Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today I have a video on workwear, which is definitely my most requested topic on YouTube and also on Instagram as well. And I've never actually filmed a workwear capsule wardrobe video. I've done workwear videos in the past, but they've been more kind of styling outfit ideas rather than a dedicated capsule wardrobe. So yeah, I'm really excited to film this one, and I think everything on the rail here works so well together. Obviously you will see as we go through the video how I would style the pieces to create lots of different outfits, but to be honest I don't even feel like I really touched the surface with all the ways you could style these pieces. So there are definitely lots of different options, and what I've really tried to do with this video is to make it kind of seasonless in a way. So these outfits are going to work perfectly during the winter months, but then you can easily transition them into spring and also summer. I'll just give you some kind of alternatives as we go along for pieces I would swap out for something else as it gets a little bit warmer. So I am going to start off with outerwear, and the first piece I think is essential to a workwear capsule wardrobe is a wool coat. Obviously this is going to be your best friend throughout the winter months. I've opted for this one from And Other Stories. It's a very classic wool kind of oversized fit with a belt. I love a belted coat because you can obviously wear it open and quite slouchy, but you can also cinch it in and wear it belted for a slightly more tailored look. And as we go through the video, you will notice that there are a lot of like beige, very neutral tones on the rail. So I decided to opt for a grey coat because I absolutely love how like cooler toned and more neutral beiges pair with grey. I think it is such a chic combination, and because I have so many like neutral tones, I just wanted something with a little bit of contrast. But I'd say one of my biggest pieces of advice when it comes to putting together a capsule wardrobe would be to really think about the tones of the pieces. So I try to stick to pieces that are within the same colour family. By that I mean either cooler toned or warmer toned. I personally like neutrals the best. I feel like they work the best for a capsule wardrobe because you're just going to be able to get the most out of the pieces because they all kind of work together. You can definitely play around with the tones of the neutrals and either opt for warmer tones or cooler tones. And then the second outerwear piece I feel like is integral to a workwear capsule wardrobe is a trench coat. Now this is kind of the exception to the rule I just told you about tones, because I'd say this is definitely more of a warmer toned beige, but because the other beige tones on the rail are so neutral, I feel like this works really well paired with them too. So this one is from Massimo Dutti. It is such a nice quality trench, and they've actually recently restocked this. I know a few of you were after it last year and it sold out, but it's now back in stock, so I will leave it linked below. It's a very long trench, which is my personal preference. I like my coats to be super long. It's kind of oversized. I'd say it's like a loose fit, and you can also cinch in the sleeves, which I love. Now obviously a trench coat is perfect for those in-between seasons. So for spring and autumn, this is going to be an absolute go-to in your workwear wardrobe. But I also think because this is a slightly darker tone, you can definitely wear it in winter as well, layered up with some knitwear pieces underneath. But come spring, this is definitely going to replace your wool coat and be your go-to for all the workwear looks. I feel like you can't not include a blazer in a workwear capsule wardrobe. They are such a workwear essential and such a great layering piece. I've gone for this one from Naked Fashion. I've had this quite a while now, so I doubt they will still sell it, but I will try and leave something similar linked. But I love this one because I feel like it is a little bit oversized, but definitely not too oversized, and I just feel like it fits really well. So I've gone for a beige tone because sometimes I feel like a black blazer can look a little bit too corporate and I just thought I would mix it up with something a little bit lighter in tone. I feel like this works for every season as well, because it's going to be perfect come spring, but it also does work with the more wintry looks too. This piece you could also definitely layer under either of the coats I have shown you, and I just feel like a blazer is the perfect piece to smarten up any workwear look. And then the final outerwear piece I wanted to show you is a cardigan. I know this isn't necessarily a outerwear piece, but I do feel like it is perfect for layering. And for me personally, I think with office outfits, it is better to layer rather than go all in on like a chunky knit. Because if you are commuting, particularly if you live in London and you're on and off the tube, then you get in the office and the heating's on and all of a sudden you are a hot and sweaty mess. So for that reason, I prefer to stick to like thinner layers that you can then layer on top of. And this cardigan is such an essential in my wardrobe anyway, but I think it works perfectly for workwear looks as well. It's from H&M, but it is a couple of years old now. Again, I will try and leave something similar linked, but I'd say any kind of cropped cardigan is going to work best because I feel like it's the most versatile. I love this over the top of a t-shirt, or you can also pop it on over a shirt and that works really well. You can layer it on top of dresses or wear it with like midi skirts, trousers, and pretty much any look this will work with. And it's also perfect for those transitional months again. So in like spring and autumn, this will be an absolute go-to. Okay, so moving on to bottoms. And I feel like you need 2 styles of trouser in your workwear capsule wardrobe. The first is like an ankle length, like straight leg, slightly tapered fit trouser. These ones are new in from And Other Stories. They are wool, so gorgeous quality, but I don't find these itchy. And they are like a really lightweight fabric as well, so gonna be perfect for spring and summer too. Again, I've gone for the same kind of beige tone. In fact, this is so similar to the Naked Fashion blazer. The blazer is just a little bit lighter in tone, but when you wear these together, it kind of gives a suit effect, which I love. And one thing I really like about a ankle length trouser is that you can very easily dress them up or down. So these are going to work perfectly with a loafer or a heeled boot for a slightly smarter look. But then for a smart casual workwear look, you can definitely pair these with a pair of trainers. And then the second style of trouser I would say is an essential, is a wide leg trouser. I love wide leg trousers so much. I feel like they are so chic and I really love how they elongate the leg, especially paired with a heeled boot or a heel. For someone who is petite like me, these are going to be your best friend. Now again, these ones are old, they are from Suzanne, but I will definitely be able to leave something similar linked. And I feel like the black is just going to be a classic that you can pair with everything. So I definitely have 1 pair of black trousers in your workwear wardrobe, either the ankle length ones or the wide legs. It doesn't really matter. I would just try and make sure you have 1 pair of good quality black trousers in your workwear wardrobe. Now again, I feel like these are really versatile because they work with trainers, but you can also dress them up with a pair of boots. And that's another reason why I have opted for super long coats, because I feel like a long coat and a pair of floor length wide leg trousers is just such a chic combination. And then for those more casual office days, I feel like a good pair of jeans is an essential. I was stuck whether to go for blue denim or stick to a washed black denim, but in the end I decided to go for the blue because I feel like I've got so many neutral tones and blacks on the rail. It's nice to inject just a little bit of colour, even if that is just with denim. I also feel like this wash paired with either of the coats kind of gives a bit of a Parisian vibe to a workwear look. But yeah, I would probably stick to a darker denim. These are like a mid-wash, I would say. They're from H&M. I'm not sure if they still do them, but if not, I will leave a couple of other options linked, because I feel like H&M do really great fitting and affordable denim, so they're always a go-to for me. And then the next piece is a little bit of an optional extra, but I personally love a skirt for a workwear look. This one is just a very simple black satin midi skirt from Topshop, and again, I feel like this is such an easy one to dress up or dress down, worn with a t-shirt or with a knit, pairing it with trainers for a more casual look, or with like heeled boots for a slightly smarter feel. I also feel like this works so nicely with a cardigan over the top, and I feel like this satin fabric is really nice just to bring a little bit of texture into your workwear wardrobe. I really love doing that, especially because I normally stick to neutrals, so it's nice to have some different fabrics and different textures to play around with. Moving on to tops, and the first piece I feel like everyone needs in their wardrobe, even if you don't work in an office. I feel like you need a good classic white shirt. This one I've definitely shown in Capsule wardrobe videos before, but it is from Arket, and it's definitely my favourite style of white shirt I have ever come across. It's very simple, just a cotton shirt, but I really love the sleeve detail on this because it does have slightly wider sleeves, which I just think is such a nice extra detail and just makes it feel a little bit more modern and a little bit less corporate. Now, I don't need to tell you the ways you can style a white shirt, because obviously it works with every trouser on the rail, but yeah, I just think it's such a workwear essential and one you will reach for all the time. You can also wear a shirt like this with a knit layered over the top. I feel like that's a really nice look when you have a little bit of the shirt peeking out of the bottom. And yeah, I just feel like it's such a classic, so obviously I had to include this one. And then as a second shirt option, I also wanted to show you this striped one, which again is from Arket, and again it's still available, so I'll leave it linked below. This is such a go-to for me. I love it so much. I think this is cotton as well, but it's got a kind of like sheen to the fabric, which I just think makes it look so expensive and so chic. I love this cream and black combo. Again, it works with every other piece on the rail, so it slots in with a neutral capsule wardrobe perfectly. Again, it's a quite nice oversized fit, and whilst I did say I feel like offices are more casual nowadays, I would still personally dress up a little bit for the office. I feel like that is my style anyway, so I'd still wear shirts for sure. You can also definitely dress them down with jeans, so they don't have to be super smart, and I feel like opting for a more oversized fit is going to give you that more casual off-duty feel. Another essential for me is a thin knit. This one is pretty lavish. It's got a simple, I can't remember what this neckline's called. Is it like a mock neck potentially? But it's kind of high, but it doesn't have a roll neck, so it's not obstructive. It's a ribbed knit, and then it's just got a slightly fluted sleeves, which I love. And this fabric is great because it washes really well and you never have to iron it, and I feel like when it comes to workwear, you just want pieces that are going to be easy. You can just pull them out of your wardrobe, pair them together and go. Like I said earlier, I prefer layering, so that's why I've gone for a thin knit over like a chunkier knit. And again, this just works with every different style of trouser. It's just so easy to incorporate into any look. And come spring and summer, I would just swap this out for a ribbed, probably quite a thick ribbed racerback top, and I feel like they will work styled in exactly the same way. So that's an easy way just to update your wardrobe very slightly for the summer months. Next up, of course, is the classic white t-shirt. I would say this one's definitely more of a spring to autumn essential, but again, I love this in winter, layered up with either the cardigan or the blazer and then a coat over the top of that. I've definitely said in previous capsule wardrobe videos, but I love t-shirts from Arket and COS, particularly as workwear pieces, because they are quite a thick cotton, which I just think gives them a slightly smarter feel. They also wash better and they don't go like see-through. So yeah, I think it's worth investing that little bit more into your t-shirts for a really good quality option. And then the final clothing piece before we move on to some footwear is a midi dress. Obviously, because we are in the middle of winter, I have gone for a knit, but come spring or summer, I would swap this out and opt for a shirt dress instead. This is a very, very simple black midi dress from COS. It's quite a thin knit, so not too heavy. It's very soft and comfortable, and I feel like a dress is just perfect for those days when you really can't be bothered. You can just easily chuck this on with a pair of knee-high boots or trainers, throw either of the coats or the blazer over the top, and you are good to go. One other way I like to style my knit midi dresses is with a blazer belted over the top. I feel like that's a really nice styling idea and makes it feel a little bit more elevated. But yeah, I just think overall this is a great basic to have and a real go-to for those days where you don't have time to think of an outfit. Moving on to footwear, and I have 3 different styles I think are essential for your workwear capsule wardrobe. The first is, of course, a pair of loafers. Unless you are driving to work, maybe these aren't the most practical for the super cold months, but for the rest of the year, these are going to be such an essential. Mine are And Other Stories, and they are great quality, and these just pair so well with your jeans and your ankle length trousers for a classic smart casual workwear look. And then I would also have a pair of classic trainers in your workwear wardrobe. I feel like this leather pump style is the best to go for because I feel like they have the smartest feel to them and they're the easiest to pair with the different styles of trousers. Mine are an absolute state, so I won't bring them in too close, but I have worn these to death. They are beiges, and I believe they are the Esplat style. But I really like this colourway because you've got the beige rubber sole, so it works perfectly with the neutrals on the rail. But then you've also got the black accents as well, which again I think slots in really well with the other pieces. Now trainers I would wear with jeans, with either of the pairs of trousers, and also with a midi skirt. You could definitely also wear this with the dress as well. So they're going to be such a versatile go-to, and they really do casual down any like smarter outfit. And then the final pair of shoes I think is essential is a pair of boots. Now I've gone for knee-high boots because I feel like they are the most versatile for the pieces I would include in my capsule wardrobe. But you could definitely go for a ankle length pair instead, and you also don't have to go for a heeled boot. I just like to have the option of a heel for some outfits. Now these obviously work really well with the midi dress and also with the midi skirt. You can definitely wear tights as well to layer up in the winter. But these also work really well with the trousers too. Because they are quite slim to the leg and they don't have zips or anything, you can't see them underneath the trousers, so they basically double up as an ankle boot as well. These ones are from Mango. I believe they should still be available, so if they are I will leave them linked, but otherwise I will have some alternatives linked below as well. I actually don't own an appropriate black bag for workwear looks, but the closest that I have is this one from Pelen. So this is the one I have styled with the looks for the cutaways, but I'm going to pop some good options that I would go for somewhere to the side of me on the screen, because I did see a few online, but I think a black bag is going to be the most practical and just go with all your outfits. And then the final piece in my workwear capsule wardrobe is a black belt. Mine is the Celine Triumph belt, but it definitely doesn't need to be Celine. I will leave some good high street alternatives linked below. But I feel like a leather belt is a real essential for your wardrobe, because obviously you can add it to trousers and jeans, but you can also wear this with your midi skirt or around your midi dress to cinch the waist in. You can also belt your blazer. So there are a lot of different ways that you can wear this. And I feel like when you add a belt, it just makes the outfit look that little bit more thought through. So I just feel like a belt is a really handy essential to have. And there we go, that is my workwear capsule wardrobe. I think there were 18 pieces there, including accessories, which I feel like is quite a good number. And like I said, I feel like there's only really a few different substitutions you need to make come spring and summer. So you definitely don't need to be buying a whole new wardrobe as we get to the warmer months. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it useful, and hopefully that's given you some inspiration for some of the ways you can pair classic items together to make lots of different workwear outfits. I've really tried to incorporate some more casual looks and some smarter looks, so hopefully we cover everyone. And like I said at the start, I feel like there are so many more ways you could pair these pieces together than what I have shown you in the video, but I don't want to keep you around all day, so I've just stuck to a few. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do like this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. And hopefully I will see you for my next video. Bye!